This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome into Bad Karma Wrestling. Yeah. We're here back after a little bit of a hiatus.
Oh, yeah.
Nick's been busy. I've been busy. We're going to try, as things start to calm down, to be doing this on a more weekly basis. But until then, we got a lot of things to go over, a lot of things to comment about. We're starting off WWE.
Oh, yeah.
We got Money in the Bank, and then we got NXT's Heat Wave.
We got results, we got retirements, we got everything else in between.
Surprisingly enough.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not really a retirement.
Retirement tour. Yeah.
Which has the potential to be something very special.
Sure.
And I will say who I think his retirement match should be against. And I think it's the only person that it should be against.
Orton.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're on the same page there.
All
But
right.
We'll get to that in a second.
I didn't mean to spoil it, but
No,
sorry.
That's fine. First and foremost, Money in the Bank. Or Money in the Botch, as you want to call it. Listen, mistakes happen. Most of the time, they don't happen on the big time events. People are pretty locked in, but they do happen.
When there's only 5 matches, it stands out. When you're choosing, the online narrative was quality over quantity. Well, you got neither. You kind of got neither in some instances.
You think Money in the Bank was just an absolute...
There were spots here and there. I think Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker was pretty good. The result, not to what I wanted, but
yet the first words out of your mouth were one haluva kick, really?
Yeah, that was
One
exactly
haluva
the
kick,
result.
really?
Was not up to par.
You didn't want Sammy to go over. You wanted Braun to go over. Or
Braun should have went
Why?
over. You're putting on this whole storyline that he's this he ran through I don't know how to say his name, Ilioff, thank you. Ran through him. You're beating up. You just destroyed Ricochet. Just destroying people left and right, and to go down to one haluva kick, and honestly was just dominating the entire match.
It was
And
a sweet haluva kick.
I guess so. One right on the chin.
It was a nice haluva kick. Not
It
gonna
sure
lie.
was.
That might have been one of the better
Yeah.
ones Sammy's done.
I don't think it didn't really take any steam out of it necessarily, but because he made up for it a little bit on Raw if you missed it, and he went ahead and just tackled Sami Zayn right away.
Yeah.
He's like, I got something, and he just went right into tackling him. So I thought that brings up the momentum a little bit. Like I said, it doesn't ruin it entirely, but he should have probably switched it. I don't think Sami Zayn needs the IC title right now.
I think Sammy holding that IC title means more to Sammy than it does anybody else.
1,000%.
He wants to be known as the workhorse of that company.
Yeah.
He wants to be known as the guy that day in, day out puts in great matches, and I can respect that. There were a couple missed opportunities at Money in the Bank for me.
Yes.
We can talk about the botch. The men's ladder match in itself,
It had its moments. Yeah, like I said, it had Chad Gable flipping everybody and then flipping the ladder. I thought that was really good.
missed opportunity with Gable.
Sure.
Absolute 100% missed opportunity by Gable.
For him to win it, or
No.
for them to keep pushing forward with the Wyatt Six stuff?
The Wyatt Six
Okay.
stuff, to me, if you are going to hype this as much as you have, every opportunity that you have, and whether it's just the music playing and Gable getting distracted and maybe them showing up at ringside,
Yeah.
not getting involved per se, but just showing up as he's reaching for, brings a whole different element.
Now, I could be wrong. I think they probably didn't go that route. The Wyatt Six wasn't there that night because the Bloodline was supposed to be the main attraction, the main headline, and I don't know if that's the case. Again, I don't know. It's, as soon as the Bloodline and the Wyatt Six are on the same show, again, if that hasn't already been the case, they're good. The whole internet wrestling community is going to be like, well, why doesn't the Bloodline go ahead and take down the Wyatt Six? Why doesn't the Wyatt Six intervene when the Bloodline is doing their stuff? I don't know if that's the case.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I just don't know if they want to do that right away and rip the Band-Aid off. So
the best faction match that I've ever personally watched in person was the Wyatt family versus the Shield at Rosemont.
I saw. I was there too.
Unbelievable.
Before the Roman, or excuse me, the Shield wasn't even in the ring yet, and we were already chanting, "This is awesome."
Yeah, it
was wild. It was yeah.
So to maybe precursor that would have been fine, but I know there are other storylines. But not to engage in the whole Gable storyline at all during that, I think was a miss.
Sure. Again, they went back to it on Raw the next night or the following.
Bo Dallas in the GM's office.
That was good.
Bo Dallas's promos.
Continuing with that storyline, that's pretty solid.
I'll say this: there are moments where, and this might just me being a spiritual person. There are times when Bo Dallas looks straight into the camera that you see Bray.
A little bit, yeah.
You 100 go. That was Bray.
Between now, the haircut, just the way that's the mentality, yeah, that's been pretty good.
That's Bray. And he may be getting some of that through his brother, and it's a very distinct possibility. But boy, have they been spot on.
Yeah, absolutely.
They missed it. I'll get into Raw in a little bit too, because I think there was a missed opportunity in Raw as well.
Sure. I felt like Andrade in the men's Money in the Bank put on a pretty solid performance.
Got to give him something.
Yeah.
Good God!
Apparently,
hey, you're the Speed Champion.
He went ahead. Yeah, he had like no pop in his entrance, and like I said, kind of went ahead and had like the best performance in that ring.
I would say overall he was Drew did jack except climb a ladder and grab the briefcase.
Yeah, I felt that way too. I'm like, wait, he has been nowhere in this match. And by the way, the way I rewatched this, didn't see it live. I was at the Dogs game. Go Dogs. But we all, gentlemen's agreement, we said, hey guys, no one spoil nothing. We all left, still didn't have anything done. I came home and I started looking. I'm like, they're still yammering on the media scrum. I can't watch this, so I had to watch the first hour and a half in Spanish, in habla español. So, muy bien. It was pretty solid either way. And I was texting one of our buddies. He goes, the replay's not up. I'm like, it is in Spanish. He goes, I'm not watching it in Spanish. I'm like, why? It's not like they're wrestling in Spanish. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Ole.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, the only difference was trying to hear, and we'll get to it, trying to hear the John Cena promo while they're trying to also translate. That was a little brutal. I had to go back and rewatch in English, so my bad.
Couple other. I mean, we already touched on Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
The Priest botch
To set up, yes.
Drew. I don't know how I feel about the cash-in.
How do you feel about the overall match? Just to bring it back.
That was a phenomenal match.
Yeah, it was
until
building
Drew
up.
got involved.
Yes,
and the botch.
Yes,
but once again, mistakes happen.
Yeah,
and
that's
I get
also
it.
one of those where you're like, is it on him? Is it on the production? Who we won't know until someone tells us later. So,
yeah. Well, Triple H said it. Listen, mistakes happen. We're all humans, and I was like, good. Like,
sure.
Let's just. It was a mistake. Actually, if you want to be honest about it, it was a mistake on Damien's part, nobody else's.
Yeah.
Damien didn't kick out.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you probably should have kicked out.
Didn't roll a shoulder, nothing. And I'm wondering if he was dinged at that point, because if you see, like, when Drew first comes out, Damien's still not moving.
No.
Like, still not moving. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he rung his bell and just didn't realize.
Yeah, it could be the case. But Drew cashes in. He's now involved.
And for anybody who didn't realize, as soon as Drew won the Money in the Bank briefcase, that CM Punk was going to come out and just completely screw him over again, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I figured that was the case, but again, it's kind of getting annoying in that sense. But overall, I'm kind of again I'm on the internet side of it's just a waste of the entire year of the entire pay-per-view, to be honest, because that's the whole lore of the Money in the Bank briefcase, the anticipation. When are they going to cash in? Who are they going to cash in on when at what time? And to just ruin that, to blow through that in less than an hour, it's just. It was a bummer. It truly was.
I can see that, but there's also been really great cash-ins the night of as well.
Sure, but this was not that. And
No.
I hate the precedent now of let me cash in during the match and let's make it a triple threat match. I don't like that. Seth Rollins made that a while ago, and now that they can do that, now it's a triple threat. That equals no disqualification. So lazy booking, they can just throw in what they did and how they did it. So not really a fan of it, and it's a waste. It's a waste of time.
I mean, no gimmicks. Opinions are not shared by all of us. This one I do agree was.
Yeah.
There was a better way to do it, a better way to have it go down, a more momentous way where, just like they did in Clash at the Castle.
Yeah.
Like, have him come in, cash it, have that ref's arm coming down for 3, and either Punk grabs the ref or grabs him and pulls him out of the ring and then go to work instead of it just being what it was. Tiffy time, baby.
Yeah, set the clocks to Tiffy time.
She still needs to have a better gear. It's the only way I can say it.
You're counting down the days until
things will be. It already happened on NXT once.
Yeah, you're waiting for a trouser malfunction.
I'm waiting for time instead of Tiffy time.
Yeah, as Lawler would say, the puppy time. There we go.
Puppy time.
There
we go. Not mad at that cash in or that briefcase win.
No, not at all.
But just so we are very clear, Zoe Starks almost died.
Yeah, that was gonna be my thing. To anybody,
The girls went hard.
Yeah.
And I will freely admit that that's about as brutal of a ladder match between women that I've seen.
You know what? I'm all for equality, but man, oh man, safety first above all else. That was insanely dangerous, and yeah, there was
a
some
couple inches away from
for some people
spiking her head off of a ladder.
Yeah. So yeah, Zoe Stark a couple times just dropping
Zoe and Io Sky.
Yeah, that spot towards the top of the ladder, of
The
course.
one where she missed and hit her head on the ladder.
Yeah, before that she Samoan dropped the NXT gal right on the ladder, but not in the middle of the ladder, right on the edge of it. So got her right square in the back on the edge of the ladder, messed her up, and then followed it up by hitting her head, bang, right on the ladder. I'm missing I probably have the names all up here. Laya Valkyrie, is that her name?
Laya
Okay.
Valkyrie.
So she also had like a tornado DDT spot
It was
completely missed it.
Although they sold it really well.
Yeah, that's just EO. That's just EO.
Well, that's
being
both of them.
Yeah, it's the very, very professional still following it up.
Lyra Valkyrie. Do it again.
Lyra Valkyrie.
Lyra Valkyrie is a student of Finn Balor.
Okay.
Her and Becky Lynch have trained together.
Oh, okay.
So she knows her stuff. She's one of those that knows her stuff. So I would say Io probably helped, but Lyra did her part as well.
Overall, the match...
Because I saw it too, and I was like, okay.
Overall, the build-up for Chelsea Green to win was pretty good. That was nice. And then the most dangerous spot was probably actually the most safest, the most well done, that Chelsea Green table spot. So I mean, again, kudos to the things that were done safely. I know you can only do it so much when there's a bunch of ladders involved. But
did you see Matt Cardona superimposed Chelsea's face on his body as he won the Money in the
That's
Bank.
good.
I was
That's
just
good. That's
it's not a good look.
Oh no.
Not a good look at all.
No. My last thing would just be, if you can't lift a ladder, they probably shouldn't be in the Money in the
Who
Bank.
can lift a ladder?
Early on, one of them, I forgot who. Some of them couldn't open the ladder.
The opening of the ladder, yeah. That was a little.
They couldn't open it. They couldn't lift it. It was fine. Corey Graves, good sell by him early on when they were setting up tables and they were on them a little too long. They probably should have cut to something else. But he goes, he saved it. He goes, they're not used to setting up catering. They're used to being catered for. When it was Stratton and Chelsea Green setting up. So good save. Good save.
I don't know what to think of the main event.
Yeah.
I know it's setting up SummerSlam.
That's ultimately what I came down to.
Getting a quote-unquote clean win over Cody, pinning him, get it, understand it. But the match in itself was just meh.
Yeah, it was nothing until it got a little chaotic.
You know who won that match over for me? And he does it all the damn time.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob and Kevin together.
Yeah. So, how do you feel? How do you feel right now about how they're presenting Jacob Fatu?
I like it. I like the werewolf. I like the.
In the sense that he's just like a mad,
rabid
animal.
Look at it this way: Triple H, huge historian of professional wrestling. It's the greatest faction to ever live. It's the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa is no Ric Flair. But you can look at Jacob Fatu and go, okay, that's Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
And then you can look at...
There's a lot of Arns running around.
You can look at the brothers and go, okay, that's their tag team. I like the faction.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily... And there's still another tall-ass Samoan coming, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. They're so... They're...
And then Jacob's got 6, 7 kids, 8 kids. So...
Who's the other one that said, see you soon when Jacob appeared? Zula?
He probably.
Zula Fatu? Yeah, he's a beast as well. So, I like what they're doing with Jacob.
Okay.
They're not letting, he's the enforcer. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely cool with that.
I am too. I just wanted to make sure just we're on the same page. Kinda.
I just think, here's my other thing. Why is Toa not in matches?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Maybe just keeps. Or we're thinking about the same one. When all these names are so close together, I get a little confused.
The one that's in the suit all the goddamn
Okay,
time.
so when the one that went for the front for the low blow and missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hit his brother in the head.
That could be the case. Every time I see a recap of his wrestling matches, it's pretty brutal. Yeah, right
in the head.
Yeah.
Which, once again, we still haven't seen the best out of Tama.
No.
I'd love to see them let Tama go. Tua needs some work.
Yes. Yeah.
Jacob's on a different level. And as much as I hate to say it, the stuff that Solo has been doing over the past couple weeks has been very good.
Yeah. I like the way, obviously, like I said, Jacob is... They have just they can do so much with that guy.
Yeah.
There's so much they can do. Just the way he runs around, he's just a burst of energy. The whisper in the wind that he's able to land and connect on Cody Rhodes. It's crazy.
What kind of freak?
It's insane. But the way that he moves around, they have a lot. There's a lot of potential, even with he's almost 40. I think they worry about that, but
he's in better.
I think he's 38.
No, he's not. You continue to talk, sir.
Yeah, overall, the match was, like I said, it was getting there. It got a little crazy. The double hit on the referee, it's almost like putting a hat on the hat. You don't need to have to hit the poor guy when they're already down.
He's nowhere near 30 or 40.
No,
he's 32.
Okay. Which one was I worried about? Never mind.
Tama?
Maybe.
Tama's close to 30 or 40.
Well, you want to know what I probably did? I probably saw his age of 32, and then I saw he had 8 kids and put it 40 together. I think that's probably what I did.
Tama's 41.
Because I like numbers are fun like that.
Tama's 41.
Okay. It could have been that.
For me, it's setting up SummerSlam. Now, here's the question: are you gonna have? I'll pose it to you first and foremost.
Sure.
Do you have Cody drop the belt to Solo and then have Roman show up?
No, I think you have Solo lose, and then that's when Roman still shows up, and you realize like, well, you can't. You call yourself the tribal chief. You're not the tribal chief. You lost to Cody, and you also lost to Cody, and then
It'll be interesting.
I think that's how the Civil War. The Civil War begins still now without the title. They don't need the title.
Paul Heyman, re-dyed black hair.
Yes.
Clean shaven, no bags under.
Maybe he has the ECW jacket. I don't know, probably not, but.
Grade?
Yeah. I mean, again, I'll always do the WWE curve. I'm not going to involve the botches. That's silly. But overall, if it's moving storyline, B minus, almost to a C plus. Like I said, it was kind of.
I'm laying C plus.
Yeah, I'm more towards a C plus.
Like nothing moved the needle for me except for that women's match.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I got the weekend. I'm not really doing anything. Let's watch some Heat Wave.
Heat Wave.
Damn.
Damn.
That's almost. See, now, this is where I'm glad Hunter's now in charge instead of Vince. Vince had been butthurt.
Oh, 100%.
Vince would have been totally butthurt about this. Triple H is probably like, that's what I'm talking about. We're growing some talent.
Yeah.
This is what I want to see.
Yeah, you got a point. You got to take the positivity out of it.
For me at least, the only match that did not hit on some kind of level was the first match where Carmen Petrovich and Ariana Grace beat JC Jane and Jasmine Nix.
Holy cow, this is what I'm talking about a little bit earlier, where need a name department in WWE, and I'm sure there is.
Well, here's my
but
problem.
You need to be a little bit more creative.
Carmen Petrovich, do you know whose daughter she is?
No.
Santino Marella.
Okay.
Why would you not just embrace the crap out of that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Call yourself.
What's going on over there, Wheezy?
You all right there, buddy? That was the only match that didn't hit for me.
Okay.
Obafemi and Wes Lee.
Yeah.
Off the charts good.
Just Oba just tossing Wesley around. And obviously Wes
not just that, but Oba's a dude.
Yeah.
Like a dude.
Now, and again, it's just the casual or somebody that just reads results, you see that name, you don't realize how huge and humongous that is.
And agile.
Yeah.
And a great worker.
So maybe
not
again,
many big guys can work with smaller dudes and make it look good.
No.
And he made it look fantastic. It was a great match. And then the next Tuesday, you had Wesley trying to retire, and his boys come in from TNA.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely love. The Rascals, let's go. Let's go. I love every bit of it. Kalani Jordan beating Solo Ruka.
I think.
Solo Ruka.
Yeah.
Phenomenal match.
Yeah.
Really good. For two people that have only been in the ring for a year and a half, like legit a year and a half. Yeah, Gable Stevenson, maybe you should have taken notes instead of thinking that you were all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah. I've only heard nothing but two positive things about these two, so keep it going, keep it up.
Roxanne Perez beating Lola Vice, solid match, solid championship match. Can't complain. Roxanne Perez still continues to impress for a 4'0" competitor. Amazing. I'm going to move to Ethan Page winning the NXT championship.
Yeah.
For me, there has to be a storyline here. There has to be some kind of, and
Is it that, or do they just want to take a jab at AEW?
no.
Okay.
All
right.
I think they like.
Some are on that page, some are on that side of like, oh, they just wanted to give Ethan Page a title just so they could say, oh, he had all this time in AEW and didn't have nothing.
I think part of it is Ethan's so good on the mic that they like that aspect of it. He's got to get used to wrestling WWE style.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is part of the issue. I think there's a faction coming, and I think it's going to be all the old AEW, all the Cody guys.
Okay.
Lexus King, Spears, Ethan.
And then you think QT Marshall is going to get signed?
I don't know if QT is going to get signed.
Okay.
He might be a producer for NXT.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
but he could be. I mean, also
didn't realize
just,
Colt Cabana was a trainer now for AEW.
Yeah. Saw that on
Out of
Dynamite.
nowhere.
He's trying to speak Chris Jericho into make some sense. Hopefully, he gets through to him. That was
But for me, I think this leads to a Trick Williams Sean Spears feud.
Okay.
Because Spears is the one that made Trick not be able to get back into the ring.
Sure.
I don't know how I feel about Javon Evans.
I mean, athletically,
he's off the charts.
Yeah, exactly.
But not everybody can be Will Ospreay.
Absolutely.
So there needs to be some technique to it as well.
At 100%. With Ethan Page winning it, I might see him as a transitional champion. Do you see it as a long title reign?
I don't see anybody on the horizon that's got any kind of push.
Okay.
That's my only thing.
Sure.
Is like there has to be, unless you're going to put it on Oba.
Yeah.
Which
that
which would be legit.
Yes.
You put it on Oba, I can understand it. He's been dominant. He's looked great. He hasn't had any issues so far. So, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Let's get to the match of the freaking night.
Sure.
Which I don't know if anybody saw this coming. Nathan Frazier, Axiom.
I was wondering why you didn't get to this one. I was holding off.
I'm holding off on this one because Chase beats Chase University.
Yeah.
All I have to say is holy crap. Going in very low expectations because for me Chase U just doesn't do it for me, and especially now that they have Ridge.
The vignettes and the
funny.
Yeah, exactly. They tickle with a funny bone.
But now they have Ridge Holland on their crew too, and it's just like, ugh. And they've never really like the whole scandal with gambling debts thing and stuff like. I'm just like, come on.
They're like an exoskeleton of like right to censor.
Not
type
a huge
stuff.
Nathan Frazier fan. I'm not a huge Axiom fan.
I honestly, when I bought the new WWE 2K, I thought Axiom was one of the fake characters that you get in.
My point exactly.
Like in GM mode, you can hire on local talent. I thought he was a local talent character.
There you go. That's all you need to know. I will say this: unbelievably well done match. Blew the roof off the place.
I mean, a Canadian destroyer in Canada is gonna do that.
Not just that.
I know.
Like doing it the way he did it too. Is just
doing it off the back. It was good. It was good all the way around. That was probably one of the biggest highlights. That's one of the first things I saw when I was flipping through my phone. I didn't even know heat wave was going on so early. So it was nice. It was nice.
It did start earlier than the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, so did freaking Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank started at 6 instead of 7.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, what the? Because I tuned in, I was like,
I
gotta rewind.
Yeah, because they're still technically going, these international shows, these international PLEs. So
I love that Bad News Barrett is the voice of reason to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that was good with the going afterward with Adam Pearce. Yeah. Oh, you don't want to come back? You want to have a match entirely? Yeah, that was good. That was good. Exactly that. He was the only one to calm Drew down.
Do you think? Let's get to some of the commentary, because for me,
Well, I think we also skipped over Cena's retirement.
yeah, we can do that. See, for me, I can't call it a retirement. I feel like it's very Daniel Bryan.
Sure.
But he will end his career at the end of the tour.
Yeah.
Daniel's just going to go to being a part-time wrestler.
Yeah, and my whole thing was just it's everything that Jericho's making fun of with his whole giving tree bit. It's kind of learning tree.
Learning tree.
My apologies. That's the I when I read the book, which is it's a great one by the way. I would solid 10 out of 10 would recommend. But what he's making fun of is what Cena's gonna go ahead and go do. It's kind of funny to
just
me.
That final.
Yeah, like, hi guys, everyone look at me. I need one more run. Everyone pay attention to me.
I don't think he's going to get a significant run. I think he's just going.
I mean, no, he's not gonna get title runs. He's not.
I think he's going to be on the major pay-per-views.
Yeah. Do you think
he'll be in the Rumble because this is my last chance?
Yeah.
I want to main event WrestleMania, and he'll get taken out.
Do you think he gets maybe like the United States title?
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
You're not gonna get a mid card to
No.
then
I
drop
think,
that at the end of it.
Honest to God, if they want to do it right,
Okay.
make him keep losing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Make him keep losing, and that's what's going to force him, come WrestleMania 41, to go, this is it. Either way,
Okay.
I'm done, but I want to go out as a winner. And by God, it better be freaking Randy Orton.
I don't want him to go out a winner.
You want him to go out a loser?
Everyone goes out on their back. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Taker didn't.
Oh, well. He also didn't really pin anybody. He kind of just laid AJ Styles to rest. I don't really understand.
There's some guys that go out on top.
I suppose so. Yeah, I understand. You never really retire, and I'm sure Cena will probably have another match by the time he's all said and done for. But
who are some of the guys that you would like to see Cena
have a going out with? Maybe not what's his name? What's his name from oh God, the smiling guy. He was doing the whole phone bit beforehand. He's with he's with Grayson Waller. What's the?
Oh. Okay, yeah. I know who you're talking about. A-Town Down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can have one with Austin Theory.
I don't like that.
No,
No,
not like a going out match, but just like
No,
probably
no.
like a match on Raw or a match on SmackDown type deal.
My personal opinion, I'd love to see him and AJ go.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's the one I really want to see, though. I want to see him and Kevin one more time.
Okay. That'd be good.
Him and Kevin are electric. Who are you saying? No.
Nah.
No.
Well, you're getting it because they said they want to do it. So
I don't want to see two guys that can't go anymore.
Yeah. One of them will get hurt for sure.
For sure.
I'd
love to see Sammy versus an actual wrestling match where Sammy isn't injured. Sammy versus Cena.
Yeah, that'd be good. I had one on the tip of my tongue, and we kept going, and now I forgot it. No, that's disappointing. I mean, Orton for sure. That would probably. Logan Paul would be interesting to a certain degree. They haven't. No, I don't think they went. Mysterio? Would you want to see Mysterio? No, not a one-on-one. Would you want to do like a Mysterio? Could you do a Mysterio? How about one of those? It would be like Mysterio and Cena versus like Dominic and whoever, something like that.
Depends if the Judgment Day is still together.
That's true too.
Because Mommy's back.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's the big one for sure.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Priest Cena.
Yeah, but again, it's just like I'm never gonna go out for a Cena match. He was honestly
Gable Cena.
Yeah, and that's just because Gable will never not have a bad match.
It's true.
Yeah, because he's just a constant professional. But Cena was kind of the reason I kind of stopped watching wrestling.
Too much.
So
Too much can't see me's?
It was Super Cena. It was the 5 moves of doom. It was the fact that every time he was going up against somebody that I liked, it was, oh, here comes the shovel because he's burying him again.
Is he 17? He's up to 7.
He's tied or he broke it. I'm pretty sure.
No, he's at 17. No, I was saying I think he's at 7 moves of doom now.
No, oh yeah.
Not 5.
Okay,
I
well.
think he added a couple.
Yeah, he
On his
tried.
last
He
run.
tried to add a drop kick. He doesn't know.
And a Canadian destroyer.
Oh Jesus. Exactly that. I mean, if anything is my favorite Cena moment is him versus RVD at One Night Stand 06. I mean,
good.
when he loses, the only professionally cashed in Money in the Bank. They actually have a match with a date, but I'm all for it. Everyone's like, oh, give Cena his flowers, do him this. They're all put up highlight packages on Twitter. I'm like, I'm counting down the minutes. I can't wait. Like this is awful. I can't. He has time.
If this is what's coming back, meh. If this is what's coming back, I'm down.
I'm sure you'll get one. There's gonna be one spot like that.
I need the thugonomics.
Yeah, but it might not be what you were getting at, where like he loses. Like, what am I gonna do? It's not gonna be like Finn Balor's demon. He's not gonna bust out the thugonomics.
I need Netflix thugonomics.
Yeah, have him rap, and just have him go all out. Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Just so everybody knows, Pat McAfee has not gotten in trouble for any of the S words that have flown out of his mouth over the weekend and
Good
Monday.
for him. Good.
They're kind of letting it go because I think that's the future of Raw.
That's the route.
Netflix.
Get used to it, Mom and Dad.
I can't wait to hear what he has to say when they're on Netflix. That's going to be fantastic. Big highlights from the week on Raw. For me,
If you missed it.
If you missed it. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Mommy's back.
Yep.
And by the way, kudos to whoever timed that out. The producer of that segment, that was beautifully timed out.
Made up for the Damian Priest spot.
You didn't like?
Just the timing. No, the whole backstage stuff, both with when he's talking to Dominic about. First of all, the Carlito joke, that was pretty good in there too. He's like, oh.
I think Damien's hitting on most points right now.
I think so.
And I think the fact that it was a botch, and everybody's so shocked that it was Priest that botched it, is what's making it such a big deal.
Yeah.
And I love the promo. The promo was fantastic.
The monotone can take and give away in some sense. Like you can give some pretty good comedy lines, but it's also just like if I want to take them seriously, it's just like ugh, it's just droning on. It feels like when Damian Priest talks.
I have a feeling. Okay, so Rascals showing up on NXT was pretty huge, and then Joe Hendry shows up.
Yeah. Also ends Heatwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His picture ends Heatwave.
Yes.
That being said,
Does he end tonight's show? Does he end today?
Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, NXT Championship match. They've worked with each other, so it would make sense. You and I both want Josh Alexander really bad.
Yes, I'm dying for that.
Josh Alexander and Ethan Page, please. Somebody.
I know. Hopefully I don't get crucified. I have yet to see a Joe Hendry match.
Watch last week's. It'll give you a pretty good idea of his abilities.
Yeah, and that was my fear, that if I go online, I'm only going to see the gimmicky stuff, the comedy stuff, the bar wrestling that he's probably been a part of. So I don't want to formulate an opinion just yet because exactly that. I've yet to see a
I've
yet to see him go.
I had an opinion of Orange Cassidy before I actually dove. And then now I'm like, dude, he's probably one of the best pure wrestlers in the business right now.
Exactly. So I mean, if that's the route, and that's kind of how you've been selling it a little bit to me.
I really do think he's gonna be their answer to the Orange Cassidy.
Okay. All right. That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
Super gimmicky, but can still go.
Okay. I like and I like that. Again, if I gotta go ahead and do my own homework. I gotta go ahead and do that. So I gotta watch them.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about when it comes to WWE? Oh, SmackDown may or may not have a new play-by-play guy tonight.
Yeah, Joe Tessitore.
Joe Tessitore got hired by WWE to become the play-by-play guy for SmackDown. I don't know if tonight's going to be his first night or not. It'd be cool if it was, just to see how the dynamic is.
I mean, I was just saying this beforehand. Just when it gets 3 people, it gets a little cluttered. So.
Depends. Everybody's got to know the role.
Yeah, exactly. Know your role, shut your mouth type deal.
Corey's either going to have to be the good guy or the heel, and Barrett's going to have to take the other side of it.
Exactly.
So I'm cool with either one.
That works.
Or just flip-flop. Just like the guys that you like and hate the guys that you hate.
I'm with that always. Yeah, that works.
All right. When we come back, time to talk a little AEW Forbidden Door, all-in preview, and a huge, huge heel turn on Dynamite. When we come back here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. Cold draft taste, second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother. Hey,
Get those reports done?
yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.
Welcome back to Bad Karma Wrestling. I'm David Double D Dykstra. That's Nick No Gimmicks Johnston.
That's me.
Yeah. On to AEW. Are you all right?
Oh yeah.
Didn't think you had a gimmick there, buddy.
No, never.
All right. On to Forbidden Door, which, if you want to be technical about it, there wasn't a lot of forbiddens in the door.
Sure. Some doors were open. Maybe a couple windows were cracked
A
open.
little CMLL was open.
Yeah, and New Japan.
Yeah.
Tanahashi right there. I mean, it's in there.
Sabre
Stardom
Jr.
was in Stardom.
Well, Stardom, yes and no.
Yeah. Well, that was that was kind of the whole point. Well, they later showed you that Dynasty was going to be a thing at the beginning of the end of the year,
Something
December
like that, yeah.
1st, I think it was December 1st. I'll look it up in just a second, but that was the thing. They didn't want to, they didn't want to take all the lore away from all the aura away from he's here and they're there. Then this from this company, because that's what you got in the first Forbidden Door, where you get a representative from New Japan. And then there was it was the international match. It was like Miro and Pac and the cowboy guy or whatever the hell else. So yeah, again, it might be they don't want to saturate the whole idea of all the guys all at once happening. Maybe they're just saving it all up for Dynasty.
Sure. Let's talk about the first match, the crap match. MJF versus Hekasiro.
Yeah.
Let's just go with Hekasiro.
Yeah. And funny enough, like I said, I watched the first hour and a half in Spanish, and I still not quite sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, they can't all be
no fault to MJF.
No, sure.
The problem is they wanted it to be Roosh and
Did
MJF. Yeah.
Ah, that's right. And then that's the whole problem with Roosh having
AAA, CMLL, not wanting to do business together because they're rivals.
Yeah. So I guess that's maybe why probably MJF treated it the way that he did. But that's Hechicero guy. He has a win over Zack Sabre Jr. in AAA or in CMLL. So
of course he does because it's CMLL.
Yeah, he had to put him over.
Zack Sabre Jr. would stretch him.
Oh, he would stretch him halfway to Albuquerque. So yeah.
Correct.
But. In my mind, like I said, I'm not gonna as much as MJF is my guy. I'm not gonna sit here and say 10 out of 10, 5 stars. I'd watch it till the cows come home. No, it's just MJF, very smart in the way that just get it done, get out, and make sure that you're unscathed type deal. Is only a couple minutes long. It felt like, and like I said, it got done what he needed to. Get in and out clean, easy peasy.
The Elite defeat the Acclaimed
and Tanahashi.
Why?
Yeah, Tanahashi just.
Dude, just be a president. Be the president of New Japan and just take that company to the next level. Yeah,
not nothing too much here. Just
he's almost Matt Hardy.
I think so.
He can barely bend his knees.
It could have just been the case where Okada might have just wanted one more time with Tanahashi. Maybe could have been that in that sense. But overall, nothing too crazy. Nothing to take away from this match.
I would agree with that. Bryan Danielson defeats Shingo.
Yeah, same deal. Kind of just run of the mill, going through the storyline,
This is now what Bryan Danielson matches are. Bryan gets the crap kicked out of him and somehow wins.
Yeah, I mean that's been the case where gets beat up, you see his chest, it's completely raw hamburger meat, and then you're like, oh, how is he gonna get this done?
Lands on his neck 12 million times.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right, his head's gonna fall.
Yeah, the amount of times you're like, oh, the surgically repaired neck. Yeah, you're going to hear that at least once or twice, and then reversal, and then the flying knee. Dunzo, 1, 2, 3.
Although I do have to say, I think Nigel McGuinness should be on every Bryan Danielson.
1,000%.
Every Bryan Danielson match.
1,000%. Was it then, or was it a Dynamite?
It was Dynamite.
When he goes, how does anyone procreate with Danielson?
Yes, it was Dynamite.
You're just like, just taking shots at Brie, I guess. That's unfortunate.
Calls him a clam digger.
That's a great one.
Calls him a clam digger.
Holy cow.
All the time.
Wow.
It is fantastic.
That's amazing. Oh,
absolutely does. I'm going to pass up this next one because I got a lot to say about this.
All right, yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. Defeats Orange Cassidy. Love it. Absolutely love the match.
Yeah, I mean,
It was everything that you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was on the side of potential show stealer, and you could definitely argue that
it was
anything
up there.
And again, it just goes to show if you needed another example of can Orange Cassidy go? Oh, is Orange Cassidy just AEW's mascot? No. Here he is again doing matching or doing exactly what you thought he needed to do. So just
technically again, wrestling.
Yes, exactly. So just another phenomenal match.
Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata defeat the Learning Tree. Come on.
I thought it was for not a lot of people kind of recognizing it, or maybe I just didn't read enough posts on the internet that week. It was kind of like a mirrored match. Samoa Joe doing his learning tree versus Jericho's
absolutely.
learning tree. And it just so happens that Samoa Joe's learning tree was better in this instance.
I'm going to say this just out of my personal need and want. I need more Shibata's cell phone.
Yes. Yes. So, Tony Khan, please keep paying for his cell phone plan.
That is
no U.S. Cellular, no Cricket. We need the best.
So dry, but so funny at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, and I'll say this when we get to Dynamite, we're going to talk here in a little bit.
Sure.
Jack Perry winning the TNT ladder match.
How was the match for you?
I guess the Elite need to have all the belts.
That's the storyline. That's the gimmick.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Great.
Overall, I mean, he has heat still.
Let us please just keep doing the open challenges and having like people from his past come and challenge him, because Marco's stunt on Collision, fantastic.
That was great. That was great. And then if you saw I don't know if it might have been exclusive or it was on Collision. I'm not sure. Luchasaurus or Kill Switch came up after him and just gave him a snarl and then just walked away. He's like, oh, and the Marco Stone was like, yeah, all right. That's
so
just saying the most without saying anything at all. It's just absolutely perfect.
Mercedes Moné defeats Stephanie Valkyrie. Or Valkyr?
Valkyrie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I got NXT and her mixed up because now she's in NXT. So
Mercedes Moné. I mean, it was inevitable between the sense that, I mean, now we know that's where Stephanie's going, and this was New Japan's plan to keep the strong title on Mercedes Moné the entire time. So.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure. We got our box. Go for it.
I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second. Mercedes, hire Stokely Hathaway as your manager and stop doing promos.
Wow. Yes. I love every second of that. Oh, it's so great.
Have him do like the first female faction in AEW.
Yeah. Well,
and build
Saraya had theirs, but
or build his first family.
Yeah.
His first female family.
Okay.
With Stat, with Monet, get all those really good heel girls.
Do you follow Stokely on Twitter?
Yes.
He is such a good follow. He's
hilarious.
His tweet the other day, or his post, they're not tweets anymore, where he just goes, "Damn, it's so hot out. I know Samoa Joe's actually using that little towel today for real." Like, come on, bro. It's so funny.
He's quick.
Yes.
He's so quick.
And then, of course, I went to Dynamite, and I was at the edge of the entrance. So when they would come down and be all hurt and stuff like that, and still keep selling, we were putting our hands up. And Stokely and Statlander both told us to go F ourselves and this, that, and the other. So I'm like, you bald bitch. So it's like stuff like that. It's just stuff like that. So I mean, it would. By the way, I think those are the best seats I've ever sat in my professional wrestling career or professional wrestling fandom career.
I
have a professional wrestling career too. Keep it going. Former UCW World Heavyweight Champion.
I've been security at a wrestling event, so I can't say that. I had really, really good seats to the point where I got a fire extinguisher in my face. So that's always fun. You really don't realize how much that takes your breath away until it's consuming you.
Oh, definitely.
And you're like,
shout out to one of the local indie guys that I go and see when at our shows, the CSW shows, Axel Rico. We shouted his name. We were like, Axel. He played one of the EMTs, and he actually later went to go help Daniel Garcia. Never broke, never said what's up, never said anything. I'm like, you know what? Damn, good for him. Glad. Not one. Freelancing's hard, so I'm glad he's getting a paycheck, and I'm glad he didn't break character afterward. But then during the Rampage tapings, Sky Blue comes out. Don't mean to to break the fourth wall and everything. But Sky Blue is dating Kyle Fletcher, so she comes out, takes a picture.
Oh, she is?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, didn't know that you didn't know that. Just taking some videos,
I'll
taking
have to
some
call her
social
later
media.
and find out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, what's going on? So taking some social media stuff, I'm sure, of Kyle Fletcher on the side, and again, we're on the same side, and I go, hey, Sky Blue, tell Axel we said hi, and Sky Blue just gives us a gives us a thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna know, he's gonna hear us.
Kyle Fletcher is a lucky man.
Sure is. Yeah.
NATO defeats Mox.
Yeah, put the IWGP back in New Japan's hands.
Mox is getting a bad name outside of professional wrestling.
Really? Elaborate.
Yeah, it's the second time Mox has been in a jiu-jitsu tournament, lost to someone and didn't refuse to shake their hand.
That's not good. That's not good.
So, I don't know. Mox is Mox. I don't care. Good for you, Mox. I'm glad you're exploring other adventures and what have you. BCC is dead.
Yeah, it's more or less just what Danielson's doing. There's a little concern, I'm sure, about Wheeler a little bit. But yeah, Claudio, you gotta get something
lost
with him.
In the shuffle.
A little bit. He was in that 4-way on Dynamite, but Pac ends up winning that. So,
which I don't know how I feel about that either.
I'm okay with it as long as they follow through and actually give Pac something to do. Because it's been besides Death Triangle.
It leads us to a very interesting question, which I'm going to get to once we get to Dynamite.
Sure.
Swerve defeating Ospreay.
Amazing. I mean,
great match. Neither one of them. Both of them are clicking. And here's the funny thing. This is the best comment that I heard, and it was from our boy, MJF.
Sure.
He got interviewed after Forbidden Door was over by one of the media members, and they go, well, when are you going to challenge Swerve Strickland for the AEW? He looks straight into the camera. He goes, you think I'm stupid? Swerve is hitting on all cylinders right now. I want to wait for that guy that beats Swerve that isn't hitting on all cylinders. I pick my moments. And I was like, that is such a smart, intelligent thing to do.
Yes.
He goes, I didn't get to where I'm at today by being stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go after a guy who's probably wrestling the best he ever has.
Putting both him and Swerve over with that answer.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great move right there. This
and
match
you
was
can't
amazing.
disagree.
No. And this is just another match where you can just put it on repeat. You can watch it at any point in time in the day and just enjoy it. I mean, this is
and once again,
it met every expectation that you wanted and more.
What are you giving Forbidden Door?
Of course, it has its ups and has its downs, but the ups bring it so much higher than it needs than a regular. So this is a solid B+ for me. I know it could have been a little bit better. Like I said, I would have loved a more competitive MJF match out of the whole thing. But
I totally forgot to talk about my favorite person in the whole world. Jesus Christ, what is my problem? Tony Storm. Although I will say, I may have a crush on Mina. She's.
I think so, because I think you've brought this up twice now.
She's something different. And then to have the 3-way kiss at the end of the match.
Hello.
Yeah,
that was
hello. But then it all went to Dada on Dynamite.
Yeah. They also, again...
once again...
I don't remember when it was live in Chicago during Shark Week of all weeks. They were... having some fun. Tony Storm and Mariah May were just running around on top of the stage. I don't know if that was live or not. I don't remember. Even if it wasn't, I guess they were just having some fun. Yeah. Just play. That could have been just for the crowd, and that actually got a huge pop out of the crowd. They're just going,
I can honestly say that there are not many wrestlers that have prospered from leaving WWE. Tony Storm has absolutely made herself more valuable.
1,000%. 1,000%.
You come, and I'm not telling you to come to WWE. I'm not, Tony. You're killing it at AEW right now. But if you ever decide to come back to WWE, this better be your gimmick.
Yeah.
the money you will make being Timeless Tony Storm inside the WWE ring, oh my God.
Yeah. It would get over for sure.
As long as you keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it the same way.
Because I do feel WWE is moving away from at least the PG rating. Or, the family friendly. They're getting a little more risque with things. I mean, you had the Dominic and Liv kind of thing.
Yeah,
so.
that was borderline PG-13. So.
Yeah. I'll give it a solid B. Just for the things that you said. The great matches were great, and the it matches weren't as bad as the it matches elsewhere.
Yeah. And I know we're not going to completely go through the pre-show, but just very glad that House of Black got the win in the quadruple tag team. Just that was big. Just they needed that. They need something. They needed
talk about a guy who's just floundering.
Yeah. But there's also reports that there's all the rumors like, oh, he's going back. Malachi Black does not want to go back to WWE from what it's been told. So that's the case. Again, it's just,
I think his wife might have something to say about that.
I'm sure.
Okay. Dynamite, phenomenal. That's all. There's no other. The matches that are being booked for 250 coming up on Wednesday are pay-per-view-esque matches.
Will Ospreay versus MJF.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
I'm all ears.
That first segment with Ospreay and with MJF, did it fall a little flat?
They were actually they were nose to nose, face to face on Dynamite.
No.
Or it was Ospreay, and then it was
doing his thing in the corner. And
it does a little bit when you kind of feel like the MJF, it's pre-recorded, so the timing felt a little off. It felt exactly that he was just talking to a camera. So maybe it was a little bit of that. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm off on that entirely, but Will tries. You know what I'm saying?
I like Will on the mic.
Yeah.
He hits more than he misses, but it fell a little flat.
Yeah, I think it was a little off. It was a little off on Wednesday for that. But, yeah, I guess that could be the case when it's not an actual, there's no hate. There's no hate. There's no nothing. There's
Julius Daniels, why are you playing with your breast disease?
Him and his jugs.
For me, I said boobies and Scotty got all excited.
You didn't even say it.
Bryan Danielson. See, I do it all the time. Bryan Danielson beats Hangman Page.
Wins the Owen.
And
I like that. Do you like calling it the Owen? I like that.
I like it. Here's my issue. What the hell is Adam Page?
What is he?
What the hell is Hangman Adam Page?
He is still figuring it out. He's been.
No. I would much rather have Cowboy
Okay.
Adam Page than whatever the hell this is.
This is dark cowboy. This is
done horribly.
Okay. Why so bad?
Okay, let's just not even like the faces he was making during the match because he's angry. Brrr, horrible. All that stuff, horrible. And then you have the interaction between him and the Elite backstage, and instead of going, I'm in. Grab one of them, bring him in close, and grit your teeth. I'm in, and then walk away.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna be
done that. He roughed him up last week with that whole.
If you're gonna be
whole thing.
angry Adam Page,
he roughed him up last week,
and that was decent.
Yeah.
But still, it's not hitting for me. And what's with the hair? Like, did he fry his hair?
I don't know.
It was all out of control. I was like, what's going on, Adam? Like,
I got no
did you
room
try
to
to get a
talk.
perm and it didn't go?
I just learned what conditioner was this week, basically.
Jesus,
so I don't
Mary
know.
Joseph.
Adulting is hard. You know this. Again, I don't think it completely derailed. It just maybe another add to the another cog to the wheel.
I'm just gonna say this with the 3 guys that you're joining up with for Blood and Guts, which, if the words conglomeration do not come out of
Excalibur's mouth.
no, Dem Boy's mouth,
Oh. Yeah, Briscoe, that was good.
I swear to God, Briscoe's hitting on a level.
Oh,
right
he's
now.
amazing. He's amazing.
But what makes it, and you have to, for anybody who doesn't pay attention, you need to start paying attention. When Briscoe starts going off and talking about the conglomeration, you automatically listen to what Briscoe is saying, but you automatically have to pan to Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, 1,000%.
Absolutely 100% have to pan to Kyle O'Reilly. His reactions and his facial expressions are fantastic.
So far, what? It's Mark and Swerve representing Team AEW.
So far.
And then it's
And the Elite's
Okada, Hangman.
Elite's got 4 out of their 5.
Yeah, so it'll be
So-
Okada, Hangman, and the Young Bucks, and they're going to have one more.
That's only 4.
Yeah.
Should be Jack Perry.
Oh, okay, yeah. That should be 5 then.
But I could have swore they said that they were.
I don't think they're doing 6. They haven't yet. They have
could've
yet to
sworn-
do 6 in Blood
I
and
could have
Guts.
sworn on Dynamite they said they were still 1 short, so maybe Jack Perry isn't confirmed yet.
Okay, that could be the case.
Darby.
Yeah, Darby looks like he'll probably be representing Team
after-
AEW.
Poor
Oh,
Brandon
yeah.
Cutler.
Yeah, Brandon Cutler hasn't been on TV in months, and then here he is.
Sorry, Brandon. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other 2 are going to be. Mox. I don't think there's been a Blood and Guts without Mox yet.
Yeah, it'll probably be Mox or Claudio, one of those type.
Mox.
Yeah.
I'd go Mox. That's just his.
It's gonna be that's his cup of tea.
Let me bring
His
the
cup of
forks.
tea is blood.
Let me bring the forks.
Yeah.
And then that 6th one might be a surprise.
Would it be? Do you think it's Ricochet?
Could be. That's not a bad guess, actually. That's not a bad guess at all.
Yeah. Or what?
Or is that
Is it gonna be
the-
Prince
the-
Puma?
Or is that the Elite's 5th?
Ooh.
You bring him into the Elite, and you automatically are.
Him, Dijak. I know. Not. You can't put. I know. I'm just saying.
I've
names.
lost all.
I'm just saying.
I've
names.
lost all respect for Dijak.
Really?
Yeah.
All respect.
Wrestling wise, great, phenomenal. Personally, he was the leak in the WWE telling ringside and all them. what was going on
Confirmed.
behind.
Okay.
No, he came out and admitted.
Oh, okay.
He admitted it himself. You're never working for WWE again, dude.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one.
Divulging backstage gossip, rumors, news.
Yeah, and then you hear something like that, you probably don't want to get hired by another company. So
Yeah, I'm just saying.
ugh. That's
happens
a tough
when
look.
you're,
That's a tough look.
But we have to talk about the best heel turn in probably the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Mariah May. I mean,
Chin up.
she wins the Owen Hart female division cup.
Yeah.
We're all like, okay, so it'll probably get heated as they're revving up to All In, getting ready to go over there.
Or I kind of thought they were going to build it up almost like last year with MJF and Adam Cole. Like, oh, we're the best of friends. Like, why not? Let's go out there and have the best match.
I figured thered be a turn at some point.
No.
You know?
For a guy that I pride myself, I'm like, oh, I called that. I saw that coming my way. Had no clue that this was going to happen tonight, that this was going to happen at all, really.
The night she wins the Owen Hart tournament,
Yeah.
she's just going to take
Like
the
that.
belt and just
I mean,
poo whip everybody around her.
great. And then, hits bull whipping him and then hitting Luther off the stage. And that was the only thing I did call. I'm like, if Luther's up there, he's probably going to get hit and fall through some tables.
That's what he likes to do, yeah.
Yeah, he's good for that.
But
man, that was great.
Intense. It's the best word I can use to
Yeah.
describe it. And it had to have been an agreement between Tony and Mariah. Just go for it.
Yeah.
I'll open myself up, but then after that, go for it. Let's see how extreme we can get this.
Oh yeah, she's a sicko.
Boy, that was nice.
Yeah. That was just short of when
I wanted Mina to come out and be like, "That's my girl."
Yeah.
I taught you well.
Yeah, just short of Hangman drinking Sore Strickland's blood.
Oh yeah, it was there.
It was close.
It was there. By the way, once again, Tony, great job bleeding.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal blood work.
Yeah. She's a bleeder.
She is a bleeder. I don't know how I feel about the Swerve Bryan Danielson thing's going to have to kick up a notch.
A little bit, yeah. It can't be more than just like, oh, I respect you, but then like, but when in between the rings, like in between the ropes side, it's the title. I don't know. It needs to be more than that.
Do you think he drops it to Bryan? I think Bryan,
no.
I think Bryan just needs to not have a title.
Yeah, I think and he's more than okay with that.
He's had plenty of titles.
Yeah. I know TK probably wants him in the sense of like just having him in AEW's record books of having the AEW World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Probably wants that, but doesn't need it.
There's a lot of rumors going around that people are getting sick of TK.
I'm sure. I mean, there's always going to be that rumor going around. That's never going to die down. But every time you hear that, you hear another wrestler that said, Tony Khan's changed my life. He's changed everything.
Of course.
So
once again, money.
Yeah.
That being said, anything else from AEW you want to hit on?
No. I mean, like I said, it was that. I know I'm going back 2 weeks ago, but my time when I went live, phenomenal, great. We went during Shark Week. I was ribbing the boys. It's like, who's gonna be the mystery opponent when Hangman did come out? I'm like, it's Shark Boy from TNA.
That would have been fantastic.
I was trying to get that. I was telling the whole section. I'm like, guys, it's Shark Boy. I'm like, guy, look at your head. Like there was people with the fins with the head.
That would have been so genius.
Have him come out, but not have him actually do it, and then have Hangman beat the tar out of him. Yeah.
Come in and clothesline him from behind or something like that.
Yeah. Give me a shell, yeah.
By the way, the hell you doing, Hangman, changing your theme music, you idiot?
He'll go back. Don't worry.
Moron.
Da-na.
You had really good theme music, and now it's just trash.
Yeah.
Trash! I say trash!
I say. Your Honor, I say.
Anything else?
We just learned an hour before we went live that CJ Perry is gone.
Perry is gone from AEW. I know.
What you do about nothing?
Everybody just asking all kinds of questions like, was she ever really there?
Yeah, that's true.
She was the manager for Andrade for a hiccup.
Yeah.
CJ
Perry gone. What does that mean for LeBron's legacy? Type deal. I don't. Yeah, kind of.
I would say Rusev is probably on his way back to WWE.
Sure. Yeah.
I know he and Triple H have a pretty decent relationship. So.
That's good. Yeah. So. But it's the same thing with Andrade. I sentence you to mid card. You will be there forever.
I think Rusev had. Once again, I will say this till I'm blue in the face. They did not capitalize on that Rusev Day thing.
Nope.
At all. So if you could get him back there and get the Rusev Day thing back, that's something. And that could get him a push. I'm not saying world title push. There's too many greats right now.
Yeah.
And there's dudes in NXT that are going to become mega superstars, I believe. So, I think you're right. I would say upper mid card. Though.
Yeah.
That being said, when we come back, we get questions from Scotty here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments, and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh, and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Junie Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome back to Bad Karma Wrestling. My boy, No Gimmicks, Nick Johnston. I'm David Double D Dykstra. We're about to bring in the man, the myth, the legend from the Meat Locker, Scotty Too Hottie.
Oh, yeah.
Or Scotty Not So Hottie.
Ooh.
Or as we called him on our show, Pepe Light.
Yeah, Pepe Light, Pepe Light.
Scotty, what questions do you have for us this week?
Just got one, and then we have a different kind of segment me and Nick were talking about.
I like it. So let's get the question.
What was your first wrestling moment that you remember? Oh, wow. Just first wrestling moment to remember?
I'm going to go old school with you because it's why I fell in love with professional wrestling. Very, very old school.
Okay.
I literally started watching professional wrestling the day after Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden. The birth of Hulkamania.
Okay.
Ever since then, I've been a wrestling fan.
Oh, man. I don't even... Yeah, this is what happens when you participate in other extracurriculars. You tend to forget. Maybe Jericho's run as an undisputed champion.
Okay.
That was probably
That
like
was one of those
that
what
was
the
my
hell just happened moments.
that was like
for
my
sure.
first. I'm sure this was going to be maybe another question. That I don't want to ruin it, but that was like my first favorite wrestler was Chris Jericho. And then doing the whole gimmick because I remember
Pisses me off
doing
the
that.
tree actually is hitting.
I used to have the toy belts. And I would walk around the house with both belts around there, and they're like,
Say
"What are you?"
were undisputed?
Yeah, I was doing that. I would walk around like a cocky little kid. I was probably one of the.
Undisputed.
Yeah, it was just something. I was walking around with just an undeserved self sense of just like a cocky little walk that I probably had. Yeah, so I think it was that. Yeah, probably Jericho or the TLC match. The first, because I had, like I said, I've told you that before. I've had that TLC, the VHS, ran that thing into the ground. I watched that every single day for like 3 years straight.
Nice. All right, Scotty, do you want us to explain?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick. You two came up to him.
It's been something fun. People have been making their graphics online and posting it, and this is something that Scotty shared with me on IG. So I was like, let's just turn this into a segment. So people having the whole thing of like, hey, showing a series of pictures, push one, hire one, or rehire one, and then fire one, or just a combination of one of those. So I just thought we could do that, either have 3 people or just a collection of a bunch of names. I thought we could do exactly that. So I don't know how you organized it, Scotty. Maybe.
3 different ones coming up. The first one will be release one. So you
Okay.
can release one of these guys that are coming up.
Okay, so
Logan Paul or Drew McIntyre. Release one of them.
or at least one of them. Man. Now I think I have an obvious one, but as soon as I say it, I would be able to counter it, and I would say Logan Paul. But as soon as I say that, you could also just counter it by saying like, oh, he's a good heel. He brings in attention. But then again, there's others that are just as good that haven't been a part of NFT scams. So I'm all for getting rid of Logan Paul. I'm thinking Drew McIntyre's putting on his best performances that he's had.
Best work.
And then LA Knight. I mean, everyone. If you dropped LA Knight, that would be such. Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah, it's just little things like that. So I would have to go with Logan Paul.
It's LA. It's Knight.
Oh, Knight. Oh yeah, I thought I watched it in Spanish this weekend.
La Night.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna go right along with you, and it has nothing to do with anything but the fact that he's not a wrestler.
Yeah, that's true.
He is, but he isn't.
Yeah.
He's
an amateur wrestler.
I'll say this: he's the greatest celebrity wrestler that the company's ever had.
True.
Bar none. End of story. Can't be questioned.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Bad Bunny, what are you doing here? Oh no.
That's what I was gonna say. He's the best, but there's also Bad Bunny out there.
There's Bad Bunny, but
Pat
Bunny's
McAfee.
only done it twice. McAfee's only done it twice.
Consistently, but there was also that thing in 250-day span. He's only defended his U.S. title twice.
Nick texted me. He goes, he has more NFT scams than titles.
More NFT scams. I was gonna do it again, but I already blew my load with the NFT joke earlier. So good.
All right, next.
Retire one: Randy Orton, AJ Styles, or Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna have to go with Orton. He's the most hurt.
Insimpatico, mi amigo.
Yeah,
That's my whole thing. I'd like Randy to have a quality life after the business.
Yeah.
And if he keeps going, he's not going to.
And to be honest, he looks like they keep pushing the whole narrative. Like, oh, he's like 290 right now. He's looking really good. He is. He's doing pretty fine. Yeah, he's a thick viper right now. But honestly, I mean, if we go back all the way to Money in the Bank, watching that Bloodline Money in the Bank, I kind of wanted Roman to come back.
Everybody's cheesing for Roman now.
A couple times when I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, Roman should come back. Yeah, I think I'm with you.
You don't realize.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing. Like, Seth goes away and you're like,
Yeah.
Like, no one's really stepping up.
You clearly see it when MJF was gone for AEW.
Yeah.
So, still see a little bit with Kenny Omega.
So we're both on the same page there. Randy,
yeah.
But not that we don't like him. It's
just I want.
Well, and you could say that too about AJ, but I think AJ's still got.
He's got some juice.
I literally think AJ's got one more run in him.
I think so too. I think you can put the strap on him and give him a go. Yeah, he still could have another one. Last little one. What?
I made another one.
Oh,
look at this guy.
Oh, rehire one.
Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, or Daniel Bryan.
James Dean Ambrose.
I don't know if Ambrose gets over in this new.
That's what I'm saying. If he goes back, he's going to want to go back as Moxley, and that's not going to fly well with production / the fans.
I wouldn't hire Ziggler if you paid me.
Really?
Yeah. Great worker.
Okay.
I would, if I were to rehire him, okay, you're going down to NXT and you're going to work with all the kids in NXT and show them how it's done.
Yeah.
I don't have any. For me, it's Bryan.
Of course, yeah. I mean, if Danielson,
because you could have. Think about these matches: Bryan versus the Bloodline, Bryan versus Sami Zayn, Bryan versus Kevin Owens, Bryan versus
Cody,
Bryan versus.
Even him and Damian Priest wouldn't be that bad.
I don't think Daniel ever had a match with AJ either.
No.
There's one in its own that I would pay top dollar to see.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome. But my answer was Dolph Ziggler. I went with Dolphy.
I'm not a huge Dolph guy.
Yeah, no.
He had his shot. He blew it hard and just never got back to where he should have been.
Okay. Yeah. I was just more on that side of right now he's kind of getting a little bit more over. He's not red hot. He's not like Matt Cardona.
Just be a great tag person with your brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be what I would go with.
What's
too.
next, Scotty?
All right, last one. Push one. Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, or Dirty Dom. Give him a title run.
Dom's not ready. Kofi's had his spot. I would have to go KO because I feel like Kevin Owens is just hurt every time you give him the strap.
Kevin is hitting on all cylinders right now.
That too.
I will say that his promos are fantastic. He's found what he wants to be in WWE, and it's the angry guy
Yeah.
that beats up everybody.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that, and that's great. I'm going with Dirty Dom.
Okay.
Watching his match with his dad, now granted they've probably done all that stuff a trillion times together, but it looked fluid for the first time I've seen Dom wrestle.
Yeah.
It looked good.
What title did he have already? Was it? Did he? It wasn't the IC. It wasn't the United States. Did he have the tag titles? It was him and his dad. Was the tag titles?
Yeah, tag titles was him and his dad.
Was he? What didn't he have the title of with something else when he was
Honestly,
in Judgment Day?
I think they're gonna put the speed title on him.
Yeah.
So everybody,
everyone in Judgment Day has something.
Have something.
WWE NXT North American Championship.
He had
That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, that's
Here's
okay.
the
So he
thing-
was tag titles with his dad.
Here's
Okay.
the thing that I love about Dom. The kid doesn't need to open up his mouth to have heat.
No, he doesn't.
Walks out and they boo him.
Yeah. So for me, if you want to, like, I wanted him to be in the Money in the Bank. Him or Logan Paul winning Money in the Bank would be the end of God's green earth for the WWE universe. And I would soak every moment of it up. Because there would be, it'd be like Miz all over again. But on a much bigger scale.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
I truly believe everybody thought Miz was never going to win. When he cashed in and he wouldn't win. And when he did, everybody was just like, what?
Oh, I never rolled my eyes harder.
At least you weren't the girl.
So Nick, you went KO and David.
I'm going Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
Which titles would you want them to have a run with?
You got to give Kevin Owens one of the world heavyweight. You got probably the world heavyweight.
I'd give him the world championship. I'd have him take it off of Priest.
Yeah, that one.
You'd let Dom take it off?
No, Dom, for me, you're going to love this one. U.S. title.
Yeah,
I would love to see him have like a good run with the U.S. title. Or the Intercontinental, but more the U.S. title. I think the U.S. title would be better for
You
him.
might have to go if you want to do it the route of Eddie's still my dad. It would have to be the IC title because I don't think Eddie's never had.
No, I don't think Eddie had the IC. I think he had the U.S.
He did have the U.S. No, I think he did have the IC title.
He wasn't a grand. Yeah, no, because that would have made him a grand champion.
Oh, really? Okay.
He doesn't have one of them. I don't think he had the IC.
I know he had the European title.
China had the IC.
That's what I'm saying. I feel.
U.S. heavyweight or U.S. heavyweight and
World.
He's had the tag titles a couple times. He did have the. Okay, he did have the title.
champion?
Yeah, I think so. He had to. He had to be.
Good for you, Eddie.
Yeah, and he won a Royal Rumble.
And you were the cruiserweight champion at WCW.
Yeah, European title, or he won the light heavyweight title as well. So one of the two. Could have had the hardcore.
U.S. champion, AA World Tag Team, ECW World Television, Cruiserweight Championship, Heavyweight Championship, WCW U.S. Heavyweight, WWA World Welterweight.
I got.
Okay, that's yeah. You're
I got
good.
one for you. We're going WWE. Hiring back to WWE.
Yeah.
Keith Lee, Dijak, or Malachi.
Probably Keith Lee. Yeah, you can probably have to go Keith Lee just because he just hasn't done a thing, even though he's had the tag titles in AEW. Yeah, bad. Oh, That's a shame.
I've just heard he's sick.
Okay.
He was out the last time with an illness.
Yeah.
So it could be something serious. It could be something he just doesn't. They don't have a storyline for him.
Yeah.
Although, what a great time to come back right now when Swerve's the heavyweight champion, and you still got beef.
Yeah. Just even if it's just like a one-off or two.
Just saying, dude.
That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good.
Take a concrete brick to his head.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you want to ask us, Scotty, before we go? No. Nothing? Wow, all right.
Meat locker's cleaned out.
If you wanted to, you guys can come up with a bring back a legend. Bring back one legend.
Bring back one legend.
Hulk Hogan.
No.
Triple H or Rock. Prime Rock.
No.
It'd be none of those.
I'd lean H.
I guess, but even then.
H has still got something.
But is it his heart?
Like restart their career.
Restart?
If you were to restart
HBK.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, probably.
Without a shadow of a doubt. That dude is something. Ugh. He's that guy like in the NFL. He's Joe Burrow. When the lights are on the brightest, he shows up and shows out. That's all you ever need to know about Shawn Michaels.
100%.
Oh, no. What's up? Good?
Oh, yeah.
You good?
I think so, too. I wore my money shirt because we're talking about money in the bank. That's it.
Wow, look at IRS. Money Inc.
Yeah.
I wore my Dookie shirt.
There you go. I have the same shirt, but it's white.
I'm a black dude.
Are you?
I
Are you really?
didn't mean it like that.
Bad Karma Wrestling, folks, every single week.
Didn't mean it like that at all. But okay, I can see how you take it that way. I'm about as white as it gets. I'm so white I'm transparent. That being said, I enjoy black T-shirts.
Thank you.
I'm a black T-shirt dude.
Yeah. I would be too, because, yeah, if I'm wearing my white
Although
T-shirt.
black T-shirts suck in the summer.
Yeah, a little bit.
A lot.
Yeah, the sun is the enemy. I'm trying over here. That was great.
For me, Double D, David Dykstra.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
Bye.
Bye. This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David